Welcome back everyone to World Search VR. Now, I just want to start with a small apology. I am very aware that my microphone pops. I use a Quest Pro headset, and unfortunately with the Quest Pro and the Quest 3, the microphones do pop. I believe there may well be a fix for it. I'm still yet to find it, but if not, I will make my own. But I'm sure you can still understand me. And secondly, for those that are interested, you probably are aware that I'm very keen on things that happen in the sky. And if you go over to the channel Mr. MBB333, I'll put a link in the description. I spotted a black rainbow in the sky very locally to where I live in Bletchley in the UK. And he posted it on his channel, and it's something to behold. It's nothing to do with virtual reality, hence the reason it's not on this channel. But it's definitely worth having a look at. Anyway, welcome back to this channel. And as always, please like and subscribe. And today we are in Cevico Navero. I think I should start all my videos like this. It's a good way to see where we are. It's in Spain, but it's in the middle of nowhere. Look at this. If I just swivel around on my seat. I mean, yeah, it really is in the middle of nowhere. However, this particular place in the middle of nowhere has got a couple of interesting things to look at in the sky. So what we're going to do is aim down here towards these trees with the very impressive shadow. And we're aiming for this white building, this one right here. And today's video we are going to use Streetview, which I do love the way it works in Google Earth VR with this little globe in front of me. And it's not this area, although it is this mountain. But I'm on the wrong part of the street. I need to be directly over this street here. Exactly there. Now I'm going to go in, but I don't want to show you the anomaly just yet. I want to move across first. Just one step forward. So as I said, what we're looking for is at the side of this mountain. And there is a telltale sign of what's to come. If I just keep moving down this street here. Google Street View in virtual reality is just stunning. Obviously that's a bird, but good to point that out as a reference. And if I take one step forward over here, and we've got this object in the sky here. I understand on your screens you might not be able to see that. However, on Google Earth, not VR, on the desktop version, or even on Google Maps on your desktop, you can zoom in. Unfortunately, you can't do that on the VR version. However, I have taken a screenshot of this, and I'm pretty sure my editing skills are getting better in my video software. I might be able to superimpose the zoom version of that into the video now so you can take a look and see that that's not a bird, and it's far too big to be a bird. But it might relate to the main object that I'm about to show you. So hopefully I've had the time now to edit that picture in so you can see it. If not, I can put it in at the end of the video. It's not a problem. I may well still do that anyway. But we're going to move over to the end of the road here until we can't go any further. That's the furthest you can go. So that's a good reference point if anybody wants to check this out in Street View. And we're going to move around to the side of the mountain now, because we have this. I can tell you now, this is the best thing about being in virtual reality, that you do get the sense of perspective that you don't get on a flat screen. That is beyond the side of the mountain, by quite some distance as well. And yet, if I was to pull that image just of that object and put it in front of that house, I'd say that's about the same size as the window. But in reality, that object is probably longer than that house. So again, I've zoomed into Google Desktop and on the maps as far as I can. And hopefully I can superimpose that over the top of the video, and you can clearly see that it's a disc. It's not a bird. If it was a bird, it would be Absolutely enormous. And it does beg the question, doesn't it? Clearly not a helicopter or an aeroplane. It kind of reminds me of the object I saw in the Bermuda video, but this one possibly could be bigger. I wish I'd actually thought to enlarge that one on the video, but I was still very new to doing recordings. So I'm still finding my feet, but I think that's absolutely fascinating because there's more questions than there are answers on this one. And again, I'll probably put the zoomed in images at the end of the video. But what do you make of that? Absolutely fascinating. But there's a couple of other things I do want to show you in this video without dragging it on too far. We are going to take a little walk. So everyone follow. We're walking. We're walking. Just want to double check you're behind me. You're not. Let's move down a bit further because I did spot something else that's worth checking out that I don't have any answers for. We need to go up the street here. There's an amazing piece of footage of some lens flare. If you happen to take a walk around here and you spot it, I thought I'd better mention it just in case because, well, there it is there. Just in case you do spot this and wondering what on earth that is. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that is lens flare. But imagine if it wasn't. I mean, I don't want to say on camera what I think that looks like, but anyway, it does look fantastic. But I'll prove that it is lens flare if I go in front of this tree. There you go. It's in front of the tree, so sadly it is lens flare from the sun directly behind up there. But it gets better. Let's move on towards this zebra crossing, or if you're watching in the US, zebra crossing. I don't want to get too close to it. Yeah, that's about perfect. This guy in the truck is going, what the hell is this guy doing in the middle of the road? Right up here, we have a bird that's swooping and doing what birds do. Okay, evidently that is clearly a bird. If we move across near to where the Google timestamp is, we have a white anomaly that is not a bird. Almost impossible to tell what that is from here, but I just want you to take note of the distance between there and the bird, because that's quite some distance. There's no aircraft that we know of that can get there in such a short amount of time, but I'm going to prove it does. One step closer to the zebra crossing, and it's not there anymore because it's travelled all the way right up next to the bird, which in this instance, the bird is actually a lot higher in the sky than the white object. That's closer to the ground than the bird. And again, I have taken a still shot from this, from the desktop version, and zoomed in. Hopefully I can superimpose that now, and you'll clearly see there's no wings, there's no tail fin, there's no windows, no propellers, no engines. It's just there, looking like a tic-tac in the sky. And if you are not aware, there is a UFO phenomena called the tic-tac, and it was spotted by the US military fighter pilots back in 2004. I strongly recommend that you go to YouTube and research that, because it's absolutely fascinating. And there's plenty of people that have witnessed the tic-tac. I haven't, but I'd love to, but this is the closest I've ever seen anything like that. And as I say, it's not an airplane, not a helicopter, it's not a blimp, but it's definitely not a balloon either. What can travel from there to there in such a short amount of time? And the fact of the matter is, it's closer to the ground than the bird. So that's what I wanted to show you today in Cevico Navero in Spain. So if I come out of Street View and head upwards just to show you where we're looking for again. It's these trees here. In fact, when you do look at Google Earth or search for Cevico Navero, it will take you to the point where we started, right here. Look for those trees with the long shadows. Zoom into the white building and just go straight into Street View. I think that one really is the key to the video. Anyway, thank you ever so much for tuning in again. I hope the content is keeping you entertained enough. I know it's been very UFO related so far, and that is my number one passion because I happen to have witnessed one with my sister many, many years ago in 1980. And I'm pretty sure both of us wish the mobile phones were a thing at the time. But unfortunately not, because if we would have filmed that, I would dare to say it would have probably been the best UFO footage ever. And I say UFO, it doesn't necessarily mean aliens, but it was an unidentified flying object. And I would love to do a video one day, just showing where it was and seeing if I can somehow animate it, because there's not a day goes by where I forget that incident, and I think it was a very special moment. Anyway, thank you for tuning in again, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.